Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with the C. Back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So if any of that interests you, make sure you check out the prior videos on my channel. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So today, you guys, I'm gonna be doing a video in 2 parts. I actually already filmed this, but yeah, we won't scrap that video. So some elements here are not going to be included just because I've already kind of done my little unboxing. So yeah, the actual box that the items came in is no longer available. I threw it out. So you know, you just have to use your imagination with me. But I wanted to talk about some items that I just got from Dior, from the website. And so it's not a bag or anything. I don't know, as far as Dior bags and luxury goes, it's not really my aesthetic. Well, I don't want to say it's not my aesthetic. I do like certain items that Dior sells. Mainly, I think for me, the favorite one that I've seen thus far is like the Lady Dior. But, and you know, I could go on the pre-love market. I had looked at that in the past and getting one. But I just don't have a use for that particular bag style in my collection where it stands right now, because actually I'm kind of thinking about downsizing even more than what I have, but I'm gonna give it some time to think about it a little bit more as far as my current collection. There are some items I want to add, none from Dior, but I'm kind of looking at where I can make cuts now, if I am gonna make cuts. So yeah, but I did buy some beauty Dior items, all that to say, yes, we do have some beauty items here, and I wanted to kind of talk about these briefly. And so we'll go ahead and get into this, and then I do want to talk about my bag for the day. I'm just getting back from church and from grocery shopping, and I wanted to show my bag for the day and give you know, just kind of have a little discussion, so to speak, about my bag and how I feel about the bag and the brand. So here we go. We're gonna start with Dior though. I love Dior makeup items. It's probably my favorite thing from Dior. I do have some Dior perfumes as well that I really love. So I did want to put that out there. So I did get like some little sample stuff here. It did come in a very beautiful box that said Dior. Not on the actual box, but when you open the box, it had the Dior, you know, kind of like the bag is here. It was in white, and then it had the gold trimming, the foil right here. So I did get a few sample items. One is this right here, which it is a perfume. Let me show you guys. It's the Dior Hum. I don't know, probably not saying that correctly, but this is how it comes right here. I think this is actually a sufficient size sample. Like, this is a lot. I don't know the millimeters on this, or milliliters, but my vision is not the best. Let me see if it has on the box. Oh, it's 0.34 fluoride ounces is what this is. So this, you know, like, I don't know, this highly exceeds any samples I typically get from other brands. And this one is a very nice smell. This is definitely something I would wear, but it is kind of more so, I feel like, unisex. Like, I feel like a guy could wear this, but it most closely resembles, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Bath and Body Works, but there's a particular hand sanitizer that I would always get. I used to just love the way it smelled. It's like Ocean Blue or Ocean Wave, something like that, but it's in the men's line at Bath and Body Works. But I loved that hand sanitizer. So that's what this kind of resembles to me. So I would definitely wear this. It's kind of the main reason I feel like I have all these samples. That's why I don't buy perfumes typically, just because I never get sample lipsticks, so I buy lipsticks. But I always get sample perfumes when I go to different brands. Like, I just got a few when I purchased my Cartier bracelet. I'll be doing probably a 1-month follow-up on this item soon. Yeah, I got some Cartier perfumes when I did that. When I bought prior Louis Vuitton items from last year, I got samples. So yeah, I just feel like I have all these samples. No need for me to buy perfumes really right now anyway. So it did bring this little receipt here. And also, yeah, I think that's it. So I'm gonna show you the items here. And these apparently are very popular items. I did not know, because I was trying to buy these items from Sephora, but Sephora said that they had been completely out since Christmas. If I would have known, I would have stocked up then, but I did not know. But these are apparently a TikTok sensation, which I've been using these for about a year now, so I did not know. But these are none other than the Dior lip oils, or lip glow oils, I think is what they're called. So I got 3 of them. And I also have another one that I was able to snag from Sephora, and they told me, man, you know, you're very fortunate you were able to get that one, because someone else came right in and bought it, but I bought it online and then picked it up in store. They said they only got 2 for that day, and they were gone within like an hour. So these apparently have become very popular. I did get 2 different colors. This one right here is the same one that I've been using. It is in the color cherry. Let's open this up and I'll show you guys. It doesn't have a whole lot of pigment, but it does have a lot of shine, you guys. I started using these last year when another YouTuber mentioned them. I think the one that she mentioned was the rosewood. I looked at the rosewood, but I didn't really feel anything towards the rosewood. So actually my favorite color in the Dior lip glow oil is the berry, but berry has been out of stock. I just finished up my last berry. So yeah, if Sephora or Dior comes back in stock with berry, even though I have these 3, I would definitely buy them since they're still pretty popular, I believe. But yeah, I love these lip glow oils. They're very moisturizing. I would use them before sleep. I think they're even more moisturizing than the Laneige like lip sleeping mask for me. They have somewhat of a kind of minty, like there's some type of mint that's in here, but it's not very strong, and it doesn't like really burn my lips. So this is like a really nice gloss. I do spend most of my days at home working from home, and that's gonna be total working from home next week. So yeah, like typically I will wear this during the day and just kind of continually reapply. It's just really, again, feels really good on my lips. Very thick, very moisturizing. And yeah, so especially if my lips are really dry, I would use this. You know, it does go well over a lipstick. I would say this is not good under a lipstick if you're wanting to wear lipstick, unless you're wanting a glossy kind of feel on your lipstick. I think the lip glows, the regular lip glows, are better for underneath lipstick if that's what you want. But I find these to be way more moisturizing than the actual lip glows. But I love the lip glows still because it is moisturizing and it is really good under lipsticks. And I feel like the lip glow is gonna last you a lot longer than the lip oils, because I reapply these so many times during the day. I'm almost done with the other cherry color that I have because I've used it so much since I bought it. So the other 2 that I have here are raspberry. So they're like more pink. You'll see these here. And I just love like I said, I love Dior lip products. I bought a matte lipstick from Dior. I don't know if I really talked about that, but I really love that lipstick as well. Like most items I get from Dior, I really love as it pertains to makeup. Yeah, so yeah, I really love these. I'm glad I was able to snag these from the Dior website. I think they're sold out now. I know I did get an alert from Sephora that they were, a couple of these were back in stock, and I think the rosewood color as well as the light pink, but they've since sold out now. I'm personally waiting on the berry. I'm not gonna buy any more until the berry comes back in stock, unless I run out of these 3, and then yeah, I'll just take whatever is available pretty much. So that's what I got from Dior, you guys. I didn't want to just make the whole video about that because it's kind of short and it's kind of boring if you ask me. So I did want to kind of go into one of my bags. Now the bag I was originally going to talk about was going to be this one right here, which is my Louis Vuitton Alma PM in the Neo Alma PM in the Empreinte leather color Noir, which is black. So I was originally going to talk about this bag, but I thought about it and This bag is actually coming up on 6 months in my collection, so I want to do like a 6-month kind of review and wear and tear and kind of dedicate a whole video to this bag. So I'm not going to talk about this bag in this video, but I just kind of want to let you know, guys, know that was the original video, but we're going to scrap that idea and give this bag its own dedicated video when it comes to like 6 months, so I can kind of talk to you guys about wear and tear and what I think about this bag now. Almost 6 months later, the time does fly because I did purchase this, September of last year. But what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the bag that I wore today, which I would have actually worn my Oma PM today and then maybe talked a little bit about that bag. But I ended up putting certain accessories with my outfit that I wore today to church, which matched my Chanel jumbo flap better in the silver hardware caviar leather. So this is the bag I actually wore out today. I would say I probably have worn this bag. I just want to make sure it's in front of you guys. So I'm just scooting over a little bit. I feel like I've worn this bag more this year than I wore it all of last year, because last year you guys will know that I did purchase my Chanel denim Pression flat bag, which I just did a 1-year review on. So that bag, as far as the jumbo is concerned, knocked all of my bags, my Chanel bags, out of the water and got the most use last year. So this one stayed on the shelf quite a bit, as well as my other Chanel bags. But actually, yeah, I took this bag out the beginning of the year and wore it for like a week, maybe plus straight. And then, you know, I kind of put it back in and switched back into some of my other bags. But I did, again, bring it out today because it does match my outfit. I will probably do a cutaway and kind of show you guys what I wore to church today. So, you know, you guys can kind of see. I did take a few pictures beforehand, so I'll definitely insert some of those. But I'm not going to do like a wear and tear, but I just want to kind of talk about this bag in general and how I feel about this bag, being that I've had this one since 2018. So let me just kind of briefly show you what's inside the bag. I'm not going to do like a complete what's in my bag. If you look at the denim Pression video, as far as the 1-year review, I keep the same things in pretty much all of my bags, especially if it's a Sunday. So yeah, I don't want to get too much into what's in my bag, but this is kind of how all the same items pretty much anyway fit in this bag, minus probably 3 or 4 items I took out, I did not put into this bag that are currently in my Oma PM, because that's the last bag I was using. So there are like 3 or 4 items I didn't include in my jumbo, just because I didn't need them in the bag. As you probably have heard, if you know anything about the Chanel jumbo, it's already a heavy bag, or heavier bag anyway, without anything in it. So you just do want to be mindful of what you do put in the bag. So yeah, again, it's pretty much everything in the other video, minus 3 or 4 items, but everything that I needed for my day-to-day did fit in here. So just want to kind of talk about how I feel about this bag. In 2022, I've had this bag now for almost 4 years, and I still really like the bag. I feel like since I've moved here, it has not gotten as much use, which is really true for you know, other bags that I do own and that I moved here with. Some of those bags I've sold, and some of them I'm still kind of on the fence about and thinking about selling, just because, you know, with anything, when you make a move, it is a transition, not just with physical items, but for me, it was a very spiritual and, you know, mentally renewing experience to now be on this side as opposed to where I was. You know, every move I feel like, yeah, is a chance to do a refresh, which is for me kind of what happened. And so this bag did get quite a bit of use when I was in South Carolina. Again, I feel like it hasn't gotten as much use. Part of that is because I was very familiar with South Carolina where I lived. I lived there for 11 years. So if I wanted to wear my bag out, I pretty much knew the area, and there were certain places that I typically went, to the movies, to church, out with friends. So I had an idea of where I was going when I would be taking this bag out. On the other hand, here, I'm still learning. I've been here 2 years, but we do know, you know, a lot of that time was in quarantine or at home. So I'm still learning the areas and different places here in Houston. So this is not a bag I would automatically defer to in taking out. due to the fact that it is recognizably Chanel, for anyone who knows Chanel, and also because of the cost of the bag is very expensive. So I wouldn't want to put out the wrong impression, depending on where I'm going. So, yeah, I've worn it out, like I said, a bit more this year. I don't know. I've just become a little bit more relaxed. I'll just say that. So I've become a little bit more comfortable with certain places carrying this bag out, too. So, yeah, like I would say this bag for me has been like an up and down. This was my like holy grail bag. In the past few years, I've been somewhat, I don't know what you would call it. I would say a little indifferent toward the bag because I've just really enjoyed some of my other bags that I've purchased since I moved here. So that would probably be the best way of putting it. I do still really like it, but you know, I have considered selling this bag. Not right now. I know that Chanel's had quite a few price increases. I think one is in the works for the USA. I know some of the other countries, they just had a price increase. And I have been kind of, you know, listening to different YouTubers and watching videos and commentary about Chanel and the price increases. And so, I don't know, I've kind of gotten into that as well, where I really want to kind of delve into vintage Chanel because I do like some of the aesthetics of some of the vintage bags. However, I did have a vintage bag, which was like from the 90s. You guys will remember the Chanel Square Mini that I had. The reason I sold that bag, number one, I felt like it was very similar to my wallet on chain. And yeah, I felt like my Square Mini was not getting as much use because the wallet on chain was a bit more versatile. But the other thing too is I felt like the leather was starting to get kind of sticky and the hardware had a very brassy smell to it. And I didn't know how you fix that or repair that. So I thought it would just be wise to go ahead and sell the bag while the getting was good. And it did sell for extraordinarily above, yeah, what I paid for it because I did purchase it from eBay. So I did make a profit off of that. So I was very happy with that. I don't regret it, but I have still been thinking about maybe getting another bag, vintage, but vintage prices have shot up. But here's something to think about, you guys, and that's what I was kind of thinking about as it pertains to my current Chanel collection, because I know there's a whole rage about vintage, but if you have Chanel bags in your collection now, at some point, if you keep them, they will become vintage as well. So like this bag, if I keep this for 10, 20 years, well, I'll say 20 years. I think vintage is considered like 20 years. So if I keep this bag, like bag is on year 4, if I have it for another, say 16, 20 years, this bag will be a vintage bag. And who knows what will happen with Chanel then, what the prices will be, if they will kind of level out, if they will keep going up and up and up. I don't know. So that's kind of where my head is at too, that maybe I should just hold on to some of the items I have, because even though I'm wanting to go back and say, oh, you know, I want something from the 80s or the 90s, I would love to have a bag from the year I was born, which is 1984. But it's kind of hard to track some of those Chanel bags down because of the you know, authenticity cards, which weren't available, I don't believe in that time period. Those cards for a lot of those items in the early 80s. I think in the later 80s is when they started. And then too, just kind of reading the authenticity codes and all of that to make sure the bag is from 84. So I think it's just kind of a little bit difficult. More difficult than I feel like Louis Vuitton and reading their ID, you know, their serial numbers is what I meant to say. But I don't know. So I've been thinking about it, and I'm actually kind of thinking about maybe just leaving it alone for now. Especially because the prices are so high on the secondhand market now for vintage items, you guys. They're about as much as what you pay for in the boutique, and sometimes even more for brand new. And I get it. It's a look, it's an aesthetic, it's a vibe, it's the quality, it's all the things, but it still is very expensive when you kind of think about it and conceptualize it for a bag that has been used and abused. to pay that much money for it. I mean, brand new is one thing, but yeah, like something that's 20, 30 years old, to pay the same amount, if not more than what you pay in the store, that's a lot, you guys. I don't know, that's a lot. So, but I do feel like there are good deals to be had on some vintage Chanel items that aren't as popular, that aren't classic flaps, as well as like, kind of some of the styles that are a little bit more out there. I saw one on eBay that was actually a really good price. So there's still some deals to be had out there, you guys. So definitely be on the lookout for those. But I'm kind of thinking about going in a different direction as it relates to vintage, not with Chanel, but maybe with another brand. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video, but just want to kind of share my thoughts briefly. The price increase doesn't necessarily impact me, just because I'm not necessarily looking to add anything else from Chanel right now, unless it's purple. I know purple, I guess, is the color of 2022. It's been the color for my whole life. I've been a purple diehard fan for a hot minute, for since I was born. But yeah, they said purple's the color of the year. I really would like to get a purple bag, you guys, but I don't know if it would be with Chanel or with another brand. So we're still kind of thinking about that. But for now, I'm very content with what I have. And this will be staying in my collection for the foreseeable future. So just wanted to share that, you guys. Hopefully you did enjoy this and, kind of some of my brief thoughts. I just kind of wanted to air that out and talk about it a little bit. So this wasn't scripted or anything really planned. Just want to kind of flow a little bit with you guys. I don't want my videos to be all stuffy and stiff. I just want to flow a little bit, guys. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this kind of commentary and this little flow. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure you do share it with anyone else who likes these type of videos, kind of talking about thoughts, when you've obtained your Holy Grail bag. What do you think about it now? 2, 3, 5 years later, is it still your Holy Grail? What do you think about it? Is it overrated? Is it underrated? Talk about it. Put it in the comments below, you guys. Also, before you leave, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You do that by hitting the red button below and hitting the bell next to it so you're notified when I do upload future videos. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.